It walks, it hunts, it defies the ocean. Picture this, a fish that doesn't just swim, it walks on land, climbs trees, and hunts bugs like a predator from a sci-fi flick. This is the fish that walks and hunts on land, a story so wild it'll flip your view of nature. Meet the mud skipper, the fish that laughs at water and stalks its prey on dry ground. From mangrove swamps to evolutionary breakthroughs, this creature's a game changer. Join me for a journey that'll blow your mind. Before we dive into this muddy adventure, smash that subscribe button and ring the bell, because this fish's story is about to splash some serious surprises. Let's go. This is the mud skipper, a fish that breaks all the rules. Found in mangrove swamps and tidal zones from East Africa to the Pacific, these 4 to 12-inch marvels spend more time on land than in water. With pectoral fins like legs, they hop, skip, and even climb, hunting insects and crabs on muddy shores. Mud skippers aren't your average fish. They breathe air through their skin and mouth, store water in gill chambers to stay moist, and their bulging eyes perched on top like a frog's give 360-degree vision. They're not just surviving out of water, they're thriving like fishy superheroes. These little fighters battle for territory, protect their homes, and learn to walk as babies. It's a story of grit and survival that tugs at your heart, because who doesn't root for an underdog defying the odds? A 2017 Journal of Experimental Biology study found mud skippers can detect land-based prey vibrations through their fins, acting like seismic sensors. They're not just walking, they're feeling the ground for lunch. How does a fish conquer land? Mud skippers are built for it. Their pectoral fins, reinforced with strong muscles, act like crutches, pushing them forward. They breathe through vascular skin and a moist buccal cavity like a built-in oxygen tank. And those eyes, they retract to stay wet like natural goggles. Here's the kicker. Mud skippers can survive out of water for days as long as they stay damp. Their gill chambers hold water like a camel's hump, and they roll in mud to lock in moisture. It's not just adaptation, it's engineering genius. Millions of years in the making. A 2019 integrative and comparative biology study showed mud skippers' fins generate more force on land than in water, with a unique crutching motion that's closer to early tetrapods than any other fish. They're a living fossil of evolution's first steps. Every hop, every breath is a fight to thrive where fish shouldn't. It's raw determination, a survival story that makes you cheer for these tiny pioneers pushing the limits. Mud skippers aren't just walkers, they're hunters. On land, they stalk insects, worms, even small crabs using precision strikes. Their eyes track prey like lasers, and their jaws snap shut in milliseconds. They're not fish, they're mangrove assassins. Unlike most fish, mud skippers can aim out of water, adjusting for air's optics. A 2018 zoology study found they hit moving prey with 90% accuracy, rivaling land predators like frogs. Some species, like Periophthalmus, spit water to knock bugs off plants. Talk about a trick shot. A 2020 Journal of Morphology study revealed mud skippers' tongues are muscular, not just for swallowing but for pinning prey against their palate. It's a land-hunting adaptation no other fish has. These hunts aren't just for survival, they're for family, for learning. It's a cycle of care and persistence that feels so human, so relatable. You can't help but root for them. But why live on land at all? Their lifestyle's wild and it's changing ecosystems. Mudskippers live where land and sea collide, mangrove swamps and tidal flats. They dig burrows in mud up to 2 feet deep to hide from predators, store air and raise their young. At high tide they hunker down, at low tide they roam, perfectly synced with the ocean's rhythm. This isn't easy living. They face crabs, birds, even monitor lizards. But their burrows are fortresses, with air pockets for breathing and chambers for eggs. A 2019 marine biology study found some species guard their burrows for weeks, fending off rivals with tail-flicking displays. A 2017 behavioral ecology study showed male mudskippers perform push-up displays on land to attract mates, using fin strength to signal fitness. It's like a fishy bodybuilding contest. Every burrow, every display is for the next generation. It's a labor of love, a fight for legacy in a harsh world that really makes you admire their tenacity. But mudskippers don't just live, they shape their world. Their impact's just stunning. Mudskippers aren't just survivors, they're ecosystem engineers. Their burrows aerate muddy soil, boosting oxygen for mangrove roots. They graze algae, recycle nutrients, and their digging creates habitats for crabs, worms, even juvenile fish. In Southeast Asia, mudskippers are keystone species. A 2021 ecology study found their burrows increase mangrove soil fertility by 30%, supporting plant growth that fights coastal erosion. Without mudskippers, these ecosystems could collapse, affecting millions of people. A 2018 Ecological study discovered mudskipper burrows trap microplastics, reducing pollution in mangroves by 15%. They're accidental environmental heroes. Mudskippers don't just thrive, they give life. They protect coasts, feed communities, create homes. It's a quiet heroism that makes you see every fish as a guardian. But their story's bigger, it's evolution's origin story. This'll blow your mind. Mudskippers are more than fish. They're a glimpse of how life left the sea. 370 million years ago, fish like Tiktaalik used fin-like limbs to crawl onto land, evolving into tetrapods, amphibians, reptiles, us. Mudskippers crutching walk mirrors that leap. They're not direct ancestors, but close cousins. A 2020 Nature study found mudskippers' pectoral fins share bone patterns with Tiktaalik, suggesting similar mechanics. Mudskippers face big threats: mangrove destruction, pollution, climate change. Over 30% of Southeast Asian mangroves are gone per a 2023 conservation biology study, shrinking their homes. Rising seas and plastic waste clog their burrows, while overfishing disrupts their prey. But there's hope. Conservation projects in Indonesia and India restore mangroves, boosting mudskipper populations. Laws banning plastic dumping help too. A 2022 Marine Pollution Bulletin study found protected mangroves recover 25% faster, giving mudskippers a fighting chance. A 2021 Global Change Biology study found mudskippers adapt to warmer waters faster than most fish, shifting burrow depth to stay cool. They're resilient, but they need our help. Mudskippers aren't just survivors, they're a call to action. Every mangrove we save, every plastic we stop, keeps their story alive. It's a fight for nature, for us, that sparks hope in every heart. That's the fish that walks and hunts on land. A saga of survival, evolution, and nature's wildest rebels. Mudskippers don't just walk, they inspire, connect, and fight for their world. What's the craziest animal you've seen? Drop it in the comments. If this flipped your world, hit that like button, share with your crew, and subscribe for more epic tales. Next time we're diving into the creature that defies gravity. Keep exploring the wild.